So now I'm going to demonstrate reclined cobbler's pose. And this requires a few props, but if you have blankets at home, you can set yourself up in this position. You'll notice here that I have a bolster. So the bolster could be recreated by stacking some folded blankets until you reach this thickness, and we're going to place it long ways in our space. I've got another blanket that I just folded and put at the top of this bolster. And this, depending on your body, may need to be a little flatter or may need to be folded differently depending on your neck and how much support you need. Then I've got these two folded that are the same. So hopefully you have two blankets that you could fold that would be the same size. And then I've got this soft blanket that I'm just going to place on my abdomen. For this pose, I decided to use peppermint essential oil because reclined cobbler's pose facilitates digestion, and so does peppermint, so the two complement each other. So to begin getting into this position, we'll start by coming onto the floor and then sitting just in front of your bolster. So you place your hips just in front of it. So I have maybe about ½ an inch between my body and the bolster. My feet are parallel on the floor, and I'm going to use my hands to help me come into this. So use your hands beside you and then walk your spine down the length of your bolster or the folded blankets that you have. And when your head gets there, it's going to need some support. So I need to slide my blanket down so that it's supporting my neck. I want my forehead to be higher than my chin, and I want space between my chin and my chest. So once that feels right, then you can start to take your feet into the position of cobbler's pose. So the soles of the feet come together. And then I'll take these blankets, I'm going to fold them up, or you could roll it up, and it's going to support my thighs. So I want to tuck it into the outside of my thighs. So again, I could tuck this, fold it up, I could roll it up. I want to use that to, it's a prop. So I want to prop up my thighs so that they're not just hanging in space, having to hold themselves there, but they have something underneath that they can relax into. Then I'm going to take my soft blanket, this is totally optional, I'm going to place it over my abdomen. It just provides a layer of protection. And then if you're using peppermint oil, you could place that either right here, maybe at your heart, chest area, or you could place it without the blanket there, you could place it right on your navel center and then return if you're using the blanket. With your arms can rest out to your sides, palms facing up, or if you like, your hands can rest on your belly. Elbows at your side, hands resting on your belly, or palms facing up. When you arrive, settle in. So take the time to make these adjustments, making sure that everything is absolutely the most comfortable and supported that it can be. If you need to make adjustments, keep using that time to adjust your body. Make sure that the head is supported properly. Make sure that the chest feels supported and open to facilitate easy breathing. If you need some props underneath your arms, maybe they're too long, they're hanging too far away from the body, you could fold some blankets here. So if you're working with someone else and you're looking at them and it looks like their arms are too long and hanging, fold another blanket underneath each arm. When you arrive in the position, everything feels exactly as you want it to feel so that you can be supported and stay here for the amount of time that you have available to facilitate this nurturing process. So we want to allow enough time so that our parasympathetic nervous system, which needs a little time, has the ability to do its work, which is rest and digest. So allow your skin to receive the position. So allow any softness around the forehead skin, around the eyes, the cheeks, and the jaw. Just allow the jaw to be soft. Notice your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in this position. Notice how the back body is supported. Can you feel your breath in your back body? Notice perhaps the body digesting. So you might hear or sense some of the gurgling noises in the belly. Sense the soles of the feet touching. And even sense where there's not touching, there's no contact. So at the arches of the feet and the toes. The toes, maybe they can reach into their partner on the other side. So you could touch toes and then release. Notice how there's a fold and the bend of the knees. Soften the hands. Softness through the belly. Softness through the chest. And the eyes. The whole body receives in this position. And allow yourself to be here for the time that is right for you. What's available? What is your body asking for? When it feels like it's time for you to re-emerge, start by, if there was a blanket on top of the abdomen, place it to the side. Then take your hands to the outside of your thighs. Use your hands to lift your thighs back up and allow your feet to be on the floor, hip distance. Pause. And now we're going to roll to the side. Now remember that we have props all around us. So take that into consideration. We're going to roll off of the bolster and onto the floor, propping our head with our bottom arm. And again, you might need to move a blanket or something out of your way, but roll off of your prop, resting your head on your bottom arm. Knees are bent and folded together. Pause here. And when you're ready to come upright, you'll use your top hand, you'll extend through the top leg, and then you're going to almost drag your head. So we're going to drag the bottom arm, and then eventually we will lift our head back upright. And come back to a neutral position for a moment. Recenter yourself. Make any small adjustments, maybe rolling the shoulders. And that is reclined cobbler's pose. Be well.